Recording in progress.
Mute currently.
Morning all.
Morning, Honorable Van Dijk.
Are you well, chairperson?
Come again.
I just want to know, I'm just asking if you're well.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Oh,
A bit of flu.
shame.
But I'm
Yeah, the weather,
suspecting
this
there's a-
weather changing.
Oh.
Hope you get better soon.
but it's not that much. There's so much.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, colleagues.
Morning, Honorable Adams.
Morning.
Good morning, honorable members. Morning, delegation from the department as are attending here as observers. Good morning to our leaders who are coming to present to us today. I know that we are expecting leadership from bodybuilding and also from Athletics South Africa. I'm aware that today also we're supposed to have boxing South Africa, and when I'm saying boxing South Africa, as this committee, we did share our condolences to themselves because of Usivenati Nonchinga, who retained his IBF World Light Flyweight Championship. But we're aware during the weekend that one of them passed away to a tragedy that happened. So the office did tell us that they are not here to present, but I've seen Zoleka that she said Sanabo submitted a written submission saying that they are supporting the bill. I'm not sure as we're going on, maybe we'll get straight from Zoleka. We are here again today, and I'm not going to do today the overview of why are we here, except that I'm saying that we are aware that we were wishing Banyana who were about that time to play with Tanzania, which is on Friday. We are also proud of them that again they made us proud that they beat Tanzania. We're all wishing them that. But again, proud of you, Banyana. Keep up the good work. We are always with you. With that, with those opening remarks, honorable members, our department, our visitors who are with us, can Uzoleka give us apologies that are presented, or do we have apologies? So
thank you, Madam Chair, and good morning. We don't have any apologies from the committee, Madam Chair, but as you have correctly stated, we did receive an apology from Sanabo that they will not be attending, but are happy with the bill as it is. Also, Madam Chair, I have noticed on the platform that Mr. Ndlanganiso, who is the acting CEO for Boxing South Africa, is in the meeting. I am not sure, Madam Chair, if you would maybe like to give me an opportunity to indicate whether they will be making an oral submission or not. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yes, I've seen in the participant Mr. Nhlanganiso is with us. That's why I'm saying we will further hear from themselves, because from you I was getting what we are confirming. Thank you. So, honorable members, can I check that members, do they want that we must adopt this agenda? If it is so, you can do that with raising your hands. I'm giving you that. Honorable Sibia. Honorable Sibia. Honorable Sibia. Honorable Mthethwa. Honorable Mthethwa. Honorable Malomane.
Thank you, Chair. Greetings to everyone in the platform. I'd like to move for the adoption of the agenda as presented. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Malomane. Honorable Adams.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning to all on the platform, Chair. I second on the removal of the agenda. I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to these two honorable members. Their hands, I'm suspecting a problem of network. Thank you so much. The agenda is adopted. Can now give it to Fiona to do the overview of this means of coming from states of this bill, which we are here for it today. Fiona.
Good morning, Chairperson, and thank you for the opportunity. Good morning also to the members of the committee and our guests on the platform. Chairperson, I'll be very brief, and just to give a very, very brief overview of where we are currently and where the amendment legislation is coming from. So the impetus for the amendment goes back to October 2022, when WADA found that South Africa's SAIDS legislation is not compliant, or rather certain sections of the legislation is not compliant with the WADA code. And then subsequently WADA provided a corrective action report. And there were certain consequences that came with the legislation not being compliant with the WADA code, including South Africa not being able to hoist or fly the national flag at certain sporting events, and SAIDS being eligible for WADA funding for the development of specific programs or participation in specific activities. Then the legislation, the amendment bill, sorry, Chairperson, was then tabled by the Minister in Parliament in November 2023, and it was tagged as a Section 75 bill. And the amendment bill was introduced to the committee in December 2023, where the committee resolved. Sorry,
Line
Chairperson?
is so bad. Your line is so bad.
Oh gosh.
Okay, please round up.
Okay, can you hear me now, Chairperson?
Clearly.
Okay, great. Thank you, Chairperson. So the bill was, the amendment bill was introduced to the committee.
At the moment, Honorable Sibia, please switch off your veto, because when we called you, you couldn't respond, suspecting you always have a network problem where you are. But now I'm seeing you in the veto, and even if you want to ask questions, I'm suspecting you'll be struggling. Switch off your veto. You wanted to adopt minutes I mean agenda, but you couldn't. Please switch off your video. I'm sorry, Fiona.
Thank you, Chairperson. So yes, just to round up, Chairperson, so the committee resolved to process the bill in line with constitutional prescripts, which includes public participation, and this is why we are here today. So far, the committee's had submissions from SAIDS, from SASCOC, from SARU, and from National Treasury, and all the submissions will be noted in the committee's report. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you so much, Fiona. On Honorable Adams, okay, I was going to ask you in Nozolega to talk to. Thank you so much, Fiona. I'm happy that even SAIDS is on the platform. They've been with us in all presentation, which because they do have an interest to see that we are passing this amendment bill, listening on contribution, maybe those who are contrary, but so far all the stakeholders who did join us, they are in for, and as this committee, as chairpersons of this parliament, we have been even yesterday called to look at them, the processes of all the bills who are in the parliament, as we are left with months, and we are still maintaining that this one will meet the cycle even in NCOP. But yesterday we looked at saying that other people want to come and return a submission. We are confirming and saying that in order that all those and present from them. So I've seen that we are in the meeting. Before I'm giving according to agenda, the body building can
Excuse me, Madam Chair. We are struggling to hear you. I think you do have network issues.
both of you today, your lines. I'm suspecting I'm struggling even to hear you. Maybe is it my network? I don't have a load shedding, but as you are aware, this area is always having this problem of network. I was struggling to hear Fiona, I was struggling to hear you, and even now, I'm not sure whether it is the problem, is it with me or with you? Do you hear me now?
Yes, Madam Chair. I suspect the problem is with you, but we can hear you clearly now.
Okay. I will try to get out and getting in, but firstly, Mr. Nhlanganiso, the platform.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Chair. Good morning to the members and all the guests in the meeting. Thank you for the opportunity, Chair. On our side as Boxing SA, we are happy with the bill, and we support it to move through. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll hear from you. Maybe have you done with the tragedy that we were having, Mr. Nhlanganiso? Have you put him to rest?
Hey, it's a very difficult moment for us, Chair. Something that we were not expecting. However, we have to soldier on at this particular stage. Yesterday, the environment in the office was not that good, but we will have to move on. Today, we are visiting the family during lunchtime, and on Thursday, we will be having a memorial service. And the indication is that he will be buried in Limpopo this coming Saturday. But we will inform you, Chair, and the relevant stakeholders once we had this meeting today with the family. Otherwise, it's not a good, situation, and it's raising a lot of alarm bells. But we will leave that to the law enforcement authorities, to take care of that. Otherwise, thank you, Chair.
I'm suspecting he will put our condolences as this committee. And unfortunately, the whole of this month, we are having very tight schedules in Parliament as you are preparing for rising. So maybe our department will present us, but we are with you. Thank you so much, Mr. Nhlanganiso. Honorable members, can we go to the next presentation, bodybuilding of South Africa? Can you take us through? I thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Thank you very much for inviting Bodybuilding South Africa to be part of the meeting. Hope everyone can hear me, because I also seem to have quite a sensitive connection at the moment.
I'm still hearing you clearly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you so much. We really, as I said, we appreciate and we're excited to be part of the process. We also do not have much comment on the bill. We're happy with the bill. There was 2 or 3 comments in the that we have shared with Ms. Kula. 2 or 3 comments. I want to ask, as we've really got so much respect for this process, and it's our priority as a federation to forward this path of equal and clean sport. A concern that we do have, or that we have noticed within the bill, and I hope this is the platform that we can address it on, is the fact that even though our official members of SASCOC, that are signatures of WADA and members of our NATO SAIDS, we have so many other organizations, federations, called federations in this country that are running the sport without these guidelines, without these processes and procedures in place, which makes it extremely difficult. And I'm going to speak specifically about Bodybuilding South Africa. Currently, we have 9 organizations in this country that host and facilitate bodybuilding events in South Africa, of which Bodybuilding South Africa, an affiliated member of IBB International, is the recognized body. And hence we work so hard with the doping education, with the education sector of SAIDS, as well as facilitating the testing on our events. Unfortunately, what happens is that we got these other organizations in the country that are really riding on the wave. And at the end of the day, what's happening is that we are facilitating, we're running events, facilitating testing protocols, I'm sure SAIDS can support that the fact that we follow procedures to the T. Athletes are suspended, and in most cases, the very next week after the suspension, they're competing in these other organization events with no recourse. We have also asked SAIDS to assist with it, said it's our space to deal with. We went to SASCOC. SASCOC did the same and said it's our space to deal with. We have intimately even tried to engage with the different organizations to bring them around the table to see there's a way that we can work together on stopping this across the floor of the athletes, because some athletes suspended today are actually becoming pro athletes in the other organizations the very next week. We would obviously like to see that be curbed, because as hard as we try, as hard as we sign MOUs with SAIDS on educational programs, as hard as we facilitate major workshops at our SA Nationals every year, we make it mandatory that all our athletes, coaches, officials must attend the SAGE educational program. We have 450 to 500 people attending that every year, and that is prior to us sending our teams to the World Championships. We also mandatorily make it that all our participants, our athletes, as well as our officials, must complete the Adele online course. So education to us is a priority. But at the moment, what's happening is that as much as we try and educate, facilitate testing, get our athletes to focus on a new approach of clean sport, it doesn't matter, because there's 9 other opportunities for them to go to. We have also asked, we even gone as far as going to the cities, because we noticed that as a federation, that a lot of the city properties, community centers, sport halls are being used by the other organizations. And we requested them not to necessarily exclude them from using those facilities, because we know that those facilities must generate an income. We requested them to follow the same process and to make it mandatory that if those organizations do use the city facilities, they must also make testing a priority, and that organization must also then engage with SAIDS, pay them to do the testing at that event, which I then think we would think as a federation would be a fair opportunity for us then to fight the good fight together, and to see that we can together as stakeholders work forward to a clean sport. The frustration is that that's gone. Sorry, ma'am.
I wanted to stop you, but I wanted to give you that this is a right platform, but not for this agenda that now we are getting into. I wanted to say we did hear you that you are supporting, but unfortunately today we are coming only for this amendment. But as this committee, we are noting the frustration that you are having. And I would love that as this outgoing committee will take this frustration in order that SAIDS is here, department is here, but I'm not going to give them the chance to respond. The only thing is this committee is going to be in our legacy report, but we will refer as of tomorrow your concern, but you have said they've responded to you. But if we were having a chance of discussing it today, we're going to suggest to both the department and SAIDS, as you also mentioning the Department of Education, when generally we are discussing this problem of drugs, we always discuss as far as talking about or education about their role So unfortunately today, because we are having another stakeholder and we are having a plenary. So we are very strict when people are coming, but I do appreciate, and I'm suspecting all of us, that you must voice out as this committee will never again have any program of the committee looking at this. If we were having time, we'll be discussing both your good self, SAIDS, and department coming together in SASCOC. But I'm happy that you also responding what they've said to you. But don't think that this is the end. We'll flag this for incoming committee. I thank you, Mr. Price. I'm suspecting
Madam
you
Chair, thank you very much.
Yes.
Madam Chair, thank you very much for that opportunity. With the greatest respect to this meeting and to SAIDS and all the stakeholders involved, we do appreciate and thank you for your time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Price Wayne. It's a pleasure that you are still going to be around, and those who will be remaining in the committee. And what is good about the parliament that is taking 5-year period, but the secretariat, it's here, they are permanent. They will do a follow-up on what we are saying. Thank you so much. Honorable members, I'm suspecting today the process, it is so clear that it's a straightforward presentation. So I don't have any other thing to ask unless there's someone from the committee, but also the department. There are no clarities seeking except this one that I've responded on it, and that Boxing South Africa respected us to come whilst they are having a bereavement to reflect that they are supporting these amendments. As I'm saying that, honorable members, I'm suspecting, let's leave it to the secretariat that now we must have a process of receiving a written submission. If you can look in all what we've been doing, in fact, there were no serious clause or whatever that people they are against. Correctly so, because this is about the flag of South Africa, and we're all South Africans. If there's anyone who want to say something, especially the department, but not to open any other discussion, I can give it to the observer, which is our department. If you want to say something, DDG Sumay.
Good morning, Chairperson and honorable members and colleagues. Thank you very much, Chairperson, and thank you so much for actually directing the discourse this morning. We really appreciate it because I think our agenda is very focused, Chairperson, that we really, really urgently need to finalize the amendments to the SAIDS bill. It has dire consequences for us if we don't attend to it, and we appreciate the portfolio committee's efforts in making sure that this happens, and ensuring that as we get the presentations here this morning, that the chairperson is now directing it to where it belongs. Otherwise, we will waste time and will not focus on what we expected to do. So we appreciate the time and the effort that colleagues are taking to come onto the platform, but we also appreciate that we need to be focused on why we're here as well. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Please could we all be upstanding to observe the South African national anthem?
Thank you so much, DTG Sumaikan. To my colleagues, I'm hoping that we are all in one. I can give any member who wanted to confirm what is just happening now, in order that I must not close whilst there's one or two members who want to say something. Honorable members. Honorable members.
I think we are content. Chair.
Oh, thank you so much. How are you now?
I'm very much well, thanks, Chair. I'm actually here in Parliament today, physically here.
Oh, nice. There's an outbreak of flu, and it's severe. And I've got family members who has got this flu. With mine, I'm thinking that it's not yet serious. I'll look at. Thank you so much. Honorable members, can I take this opportunity to thank all
Excuse me,
those...
Madam Chair.
Yes.
Mr. Zondi's hand is up, Madam Chair.
Oh, it's not showing to my... Thank you so much. There it is. Honorable Zondi.
Chair, good morning. I just want to concur with Honorable Nyambos that we note the oral submissions by both entities, and you are not alone in the meeting. The meeting is all ours, and you are sharing the meeting, and we concur with you and your remarks. We are here with you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Honorable. Yes, Honorable Zond. I wanted that we can't not have the voice of the committee members. Thank you, honorable members. Thank you for taking serious this process also. You know what, as we are going for the election, some they can take it very lightly that no, after all, we are not even in good position in what you call in the list, but we are not yet there. We are not yet finished the term. I'm proud of the members of this committee. You always taking your work very seriously. I wish you that every member who's going to come back, they must take very serious this committee, because sports, arts and culture, and especially in this question of drugs, it's where that you can contribute, that the development in our areas, that these little ones, let alone the elders, that they must do away from drugs. But the unfortunate thing is that if they've started at the younger age, whilst they do have a talent to play any kind of sport, they do sometimes take these drugs. Thank you to SAIDS and the department and SASCOP to take care of what is going on in the world and nationally, to assist of monitoring that no one must take drug then come and play. In those words, I'm thanking all the staff, our legal advisors who have been with us. So thank you so much. The meeting is adjourned.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
We still have Athletics South Africa.
Oh, why do I do this? And so you you let me think that you have done. Thank you so much. Athletics South Africa were very, very, very apologetic on what I've just done. I'm suspecting because everyone who's coming here is supporting this bill. I was thinking now I was doing our closing remarks. Don't feel offended. Can we give it to you now? Thank you, Soleka. Athletics South Africa. Where are they, Zo?
Madam Chair, I see they've just joined the meeting. They're supposed to join at 9:30, but they are in the meeting at the moment, Madam Chair. But they just joined.
Oh. Can we give them the platform? Good morning. I was thinking that everyone was in a meeting, but we're not saying that you've done wrong thing. I was not aware that you were not joining us together. Can I give it to the leader of the delegation? Athletics South Africa.
Morning, Chairperson, and morning, colleagues. My name is Hans Odera, Athletics South Africa. Our delegations, we are going to be led by Dr. Lawrence Erasmus, who's the chairperson of our medical committee. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are welcome. When I was doing welcome remarks, I was not aware that you asked to be not in the beginning of the meeting. We apologize. You are welcome in this meeting. Doctor?
Thank you.
Doctor?
Okay, hold on, let me get on hold of him. Doctor, you are supposed to speak now. You're supposed to speak now with the committee. Yes. No, he must address it on the line there. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a pity that you didn't hear the aim of that you were here, because the agenda on front of you that I'm suspecting you did get, we started by doing the overview on this said sport amendment bill, and then on that you will be hearing what other stakeholders have said, but nonetheless, you are coming here as Athletics South Africa. You may do so. We'll listen to you without you getting a background, because I was not aware that our visitors are not all in here.
Dr. Erasmus, could you please address the committee, please? I seem to be unable to really engaging with him because it's around Cape Town. It's not really on our office, but let me again for 1 minute give him a call so that he can address us. Thank you.
Okay.
Dr. Aida, waiting for your address, please. We can't hear you. No. Just take your mute. Your mute. Okay, thank you. Chairperson is unable to really come to the party, but immediately when he's in, I'm gonna request that he be part of us. My apology for now.
He didn't share the input of himself. Are you not aware what is a collective envisage or on his presentation? Because we don't have time, we've got time frames, or if you can just talk to us what you have said about this amendment bill, or forward a written submission, because we're not going to call you again. But we do understand the thing of load shedding and whatever.
Yeah.
Good morning, Honorable Lady Dr. Erasmus. I think we sorted out the gremlins on the computer.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, we're listening. You are listening.
Thank you very much, Honorable Lady, for me to be able to attend a
My
meeting
name
from
is Honorable Beauty Dlulane. I'm the chairperson of Sport, Arts and Culture, and my name is Beauty. In case Dlulane you cannot pronounce, I'm Honorable Beauty Dlulane.
I saw a beautiful name.
But I'm not sure whether I'm beautiful.
Oh, well, Africans are all beautiful. All people from Africa are beautiful. We can't deny that. Okay, as a chairperson from ASA, Medical Committee, there's something that always bothers me, and I've got no issues with the bill, and I think it's time that we get it in line with WADA. But as the gentleman from SAIT also mentioned, I think with some time in the future, from the government side, we should actually enforce a lot of recreational drugs and banned substances are get bought from the internet. That's one thing that I think that the government should look at and force the companies to put a certain mark on all the medicine, whether it's safe for sports people or not safe. And I've mentioned it many years back when Ismail Jakut was still the chairperson of SAIT. That's very simple to put a little runner, a red runner or a green runner that indicates, like with no smoking or smoking, there's something, a tag on all the medicine to indicate to the athletes or sporting community that this substance is prohibited or allowed, but still I have to go and check whether I can use it or not. But something else I'm concerned about is, and I agree with the fact that some athletes get suspended from a sport and then they join another sport. And EFC and UFC, I think, is one of the sporting codes. When they get suspended from boxing in South Africa, then they move to UFC or EFC. And I think that's not fair to the sporting community, and that puts our country actually in a bad position when the sporting people do that. One thing I was mentioned quite a few times to lawyers and advocates that we should into the contract. And I know that when you join SAFA or some soccer clubs, they've got it in their contract. If they catch the sporting person with illegal drugs, that
Can you switch off your video? Doc, can you switch off your video? Oh, Doc, can you switch off your video in order that you must be here? We don't hear you. I'm suspecting it's the video. Switch off the video and then would listen to hear clearly.
Okay, I think the video is off now. Is the video off?
It's not. It's on.
Okay, now?
It's on. Can
Is it still
go on? Still on, but we are very clear now. But there was a time that we couldn't hear you clearly.
Is the video still on?
Go on, Doc.
Is the video still on?
Yes, Doctor. Can you just go on? Leave it.
Okay. Is that fine now?
Yes, Doc. Yes, Doctor.
Okay. Okay. What didn't hear? Okay, I've got 4 points. When a sports person gets suspended, I think we must bring in a legislation where an athlete, when he joins a sporting code, that must be in his contract, that if he gets a positive drug test and if he's been found guilty for using an illegal substance, that he must ban for life from that particular sport. That's the only way, I think, that we might clear our sport, because we do find that jump from one sport to another sport, as the gentleman from SAIT said. When a boxer gets tested positive, he moves to EFC or UFC, and that's not fair, and that's not good for our image for our country. And the other thing that I did mention is, from the government side, can enforce that all pharmaceutical companies must indicate on a yearly basis when they manufacture medication, whether it's legal for athletes to use, because they can use a simple little, like a non-smoking sign, whether it's a green one or a red one. That medication is fine for in competition or out of competition. I think we can do a bit more to safeguard our sport, and I think the government must have more power to enforce certain things when it comes to using illegal substances in sport. But I wasn't dead happy with the bill. I've studied it quite extensively last night, and I agree fully that we must go ahead with this bill and get it approved.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doctor. I'm suspecting our department says they are hearing you, what you are saying. We take note, and in our committee secretariat, they are noting what we are saying, but we are happy that generally most of you and your good self, Doc, you are supporting amendments, and there's nothing wrong that you are putting across, which or as members of the committee and people of sport, we are aware what we are talking about. We're thinking by this time, you doctors and the department and states and SASCOC, you need to have your indaba to talk about these things, because really, correctly so, some athletes and some sport loving people, they go to the pharmacist and they will buy something saying that this is something which is boost energy or doing whatever. But when they are being tested, they will be getting that there is a drug which was not allowed that anyone, and maybe it was prohibited. So on what we are saying, we are just take note of what you are saying. Thank you so much for indicating of what you are saying about the amendment bill. But being people who are involved, we are not saying that you must not say what we have said. You are just arming the department, the SAIDs, and with SAIDs and the department, they are in the same understanding on what we are saying, because the pharmacists and the doctors, they're supposed to come together. If the substance have been prohibited, why are they in the counters in order that people they must buy? Thank you so much, Doc. Can I check with anyone who want to voice anything on what the doctor just said? DDG and honorable members. Honorable members, Honorable Mteto.
Thank you, Chair. I think there is consistency in what all the stakeholders have presented today. So that is why maybe we are silent, because we are hearing the same message across. So we just want to appreciate their time and the presentation. Say thank you for making those inputs, and we appreciate the fact that they are supporting the bill. Thanks, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Mteto. Honorable members, really, we are proud of the crafters of this amendment bill, that even us as a committee, we are listening and seeing that they are all happy. And as Honorable Mteto was just saying, thank you so much, Athletics South Africa, and you are welcome anytime with the other issues to the relevant people, like SAIDs, like department, and the side of the pharmacists and the doctors. You need to do something. Honorable members, Zolega, am I right now if I'm saying that we are closing this meeting?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, honorable members. Keep it up, the good work. Thank you, Department of Sport, Arts and Culture, to trouble yourself to attend and listen to the presentation. Thank you, SAIDs. Thank you so much that you have put everything aside in order that department, your good self, and the committee members, whilst we are striving that in a short notice of the amendment, we are together wanting to see this amendment bill to be passing through. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, colleague.
Yes. Thank you so much.